What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my latest Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay commentary. Apologies if you can hear me scrolling my mouse. I'm just getting my sort of settings and everything on the screen looking good so I can deliver y'all the best damn commentary y'all ever seen. Anyway, let's get right into it. So this is another entry in my best gun series. The last video I did was a sort of gun balance general commentary. Can I firstly quickly point out, I hope it doesn't distract you guys, and I hope I don't draw attention to it when you haven't noticed it already, but you might realise, basically, anytime I get a kill or an assist, or literally anything that would accumulate a point, I get a squad point for it, and that is not something that I've hacked in personally. Basically, me and my friend were searching for domination games. We ended up in a lobby, and it was a bit of a weird lobby. Everyone had like really high scores, and so we stayed in it to see what was going on. We each killed one person. It prestiged us once, and it's also given us this virus where, like, we get squad points for anything we do, which I know for some people that sounds awesome, but I like to have legit stats. I'm proud of well, not so much in this game where I don't really care about KD and I just go for gameplays and give you guys like information, like get info. Oh my god, I'm just mumbling my words. Get good videos where I can give you guys good information, but at the same time it is annoying that it's just like leveled me up straight away and now I get squad points for everything, because it kind of takes away some of the kind of, I should have killed that guy, it kind of takes away some of the, you know, drive to do well in lots of different parts of the game and, like, you know, grind out squad points and stuff. Not that grinding should be your goal, but yeah, anyway, just throwing that out there in case you see that and you think, oh, Parla Mantruce has done some dodgy. No, it was literally completely by mistake. We were going in through normal lobbies and that happened. And unfortunately, the curiosity, our curiosity got the better of us, and we got stuck with that BS when we didn't really know what was happening. Anyway, just throwing that out there now so I can put that as a disclaimer or whatever. But let's get right into the commentary. So, like I was saying, my last commentary was talking about... what was I talking about in my life? I was talking about gun balance and just doing a general commentary. I want to do those more and more because I don't want to put myself in a box. If you're new to my channel, I do lots of different varieties of content and stuff. But this best gun series for Ghosts is something that I enjoy, and I think it is a sort of translatable skill that I can bring to you guys and kind of show you my knowledge on the game. Or look at this, this game does not get off to a brilliant start, but I promise you it heats up and the end score is decent. So, and yeah, so here we are in another entry of the Best Gun series, and what we are doing today is talking about the Vepr, V-E-P-R, Vepr, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called. The best thing you can probably call it is a melt machine. So, in this commentary, yeah, that's the gun that I'm using. Basically, the best way it can be described, I think, is a mixture of that submachine gun in Modern Warfare 3 that kind of like lots of people used that wasn't the MP7. I think it was like the PP something or other, and it was like, felt like it kind of shot out needles, and it was like not very, it felt like the fire rate was very high, and this gun feels a lot like that. It's a mixture of that gun and kind of like the Vector from Black Ops 2. That's how I feel anyway. And so it's got a high rate of fire, but unlike those two guns, well, a bit like the first one, it does a lot of damage. This gun does a hell of a lot of damage. It's got a nice little iron sight. As you can see, it's an open iron sight, kind of similar to the UMP-45 from Modern Warfare 2, except it doesn't have the kind of semicircle on the top, making it a full circular iron sight. And yeah, let's just talk a bit about this gun. So like I've said, it's got a good rate of fire, like it's quite fast. Without a silencer on it, it's almost too fast because you lose a lot of accuracy. Obviously in competitive, that's not much of, you know, that's not really as much of an issue because you're kind of like you train to know what to do and where to shoot and get the best results. But in public, it can be a bit of a more, you know, it can be something that's going to affect your gameplay. But if you put a silencer on it, you're going to have a great time. Like, look at, hopefully right now you should see that it's got some deep, so that's a close range kill, but can you see how fast it's killing people? We'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, over a short to medium range distance, like there, you've got reasonably good accuracy, especially with a silencer on it. So try it out, but you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try out the other submachine guns, but I would definitely give it a go because yeah, number one, it's good over different distances. Number two, the accuracy, sorry, I just spoke about the accuracy. The damage, that's what I want to get onto. The damage on this gun is absolutely ridiculous. So, as we know, guns in Ghosts are killer melt machines. And if you don't know what that means, it just means you kill very fast. And if you notice, a lot of these, like there, I'm over like a very far distance with a silenced SMG, and I get a kill, and like within like firing my gun within a couple seconds the guy's dead. 1 second the guy's gone, which is awesome, but at the same time it's a bit overpowered. But you know, we're talking about what's going to help you out, and that's definitely going to help you out. It does a whole bunch of damage, and yeah, that's definitely one reason to try this gun out. So yeah, it's got decent accuracy, but you need to be careful when you start getting into those longer range or more hectic gun battles, because the accuracy isn't great if you're holding down the trigger full on auto. You need to be more kind of like controlled with your shooting. But yeah, it's got good accuracy, and you should try it out for that reason, and you should definitely try it out for the damage. And you know, going into that a bit more, like I said, with regards to attachments, I've got a silencer on it. It's good without it because it does even more damage, but something that will increase the damage even more, like effectively increase it even more, is by putting rapid fire on it, because then the bullets are coming out of your gun even faster. And I can't describe some of the kills you get with this gun. It feels like you press your trigger and they just literally die, especially if you haven't got a silencer on it. So try that out. It's banned in competitive now. Well, at least in the current MLG rule set, which is like version 2. Today is the 13th of the 13th of the 11th month, like I'm some sort of poet or something. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, so the 13th of November, and currently in MLG, rapid fire is banned, but in public it's not. And if you put a silencer on, you're going to kind of compensate for that extra recoil you're going to be getting from rapid fire, and the extra damage you get, it's beyond worth it. Just like, look at that guy that I just killed. I pointed my gun at him, and he was just like, "No, I'll die. I'll fall over and die," and he just gets destroyed. So I would definitely try it out for that reason. Like the other SMGs, the mobility is great. You need to be careful though at the same time, because ARs are so powerful. Those auto ARs up close, they're going to give you a good run for your money. So something that kind of counteracts that is the hip fire on this gun. So yeah, this is another point I want to raise. If you notice even when I'm running, but especially when I stand still, the crosshairs for this gun are very tight. The hip fire, it's almost like rapid fire shotgun. It sprays a lot of bullets at a very close distance. And I look at the dogs, these damn dogs. And so if you're the type of person who likes to hip fire, it's a good choice for that. At least I feel it is. Maybe you've got a different opinion, post it in the comments. Again, final thing I'd mention about attachments, instead of rapid fire, you could put on grip. Because the grip attachment in Call of Duty Ghosts is extremely useful, as I've mentioned before, because it actually has a real physical effect, because it reduces the recoil. Essentially, I'm sorry, that might be the wrong fact. It basically reduces the recoil, the spread, by about 25%, as shown in Driftor's videos, who does all the scientific sort of evaluation of everything. And so I would say give the gun a go for all those reasons I just listed. You know, it's an awesome gun. Try it out. I'll talk a bit about the perks. It's not too different to the perks that I've been using and the setup that I've been using on my other SMGs. So if you've seen my Vepr video, go back and check that out if you haven't. That's a beast gun, but it's quite similar to that. Also mentioned I've got a PDW with a silencer on it, just because it's nice to have a secondary, and that would only give me one other slot, perk slot, which is kind of useless. I could use Gambler, but pointless. So let's get on to the perks. My first perk is Ready Up. Again, just you're going to be running around a lot, and especially if you've got Marathon on, which is my second perk. So combining them two together, you're going to be super quick off the bat, and you know you're going to have the enemy in like a dodgy situation. You're going to have the slip on them. You're going to have the upper hand if you're running around a corner and aiming your gun up fast. If you bring those two perks together with Quick Draw, which is just faster aiming in general, you know, which is like Slide to Fan from Modern Warfare 2 and Quick Draw in Black Ops 2, you're just going to be melting, guys. If you combine that with the rapid fire and just the general presence of the gun, you're going to have a good time. The fourth perk, as I've covered before, is the Super OP Amplify. I think that's what it's called, which allows you to hear people's footsteps. This thing literally makes it like your soldier has got like headphones in, and he's like got speakers or microphones on the feet of every soldier, because it even amplifies the sound of your teammates' footsteps and your own footsteps, I'm pretty certain. But yeah, it means that you'll know where everyone is at any time. You can react to it accordingly. Then we've got Focus, which is kind of like Toughness from Black Ops 2, so when you get hit, you flinch less. And then we get onto the Strike package, which is Specialist. I use Hardline as my first one, and that's because I don't think it's too hard to get 3 kills, but from then on, they start getting a bit more difficult. And so if you put Scavenger on as your second Specialist perk, then at 5 kills, you're going to start replenishing ammo, which is kind of around the time that you need to start doing that. And then for 8 kills, you're going to have Ping. and that's a pretty darn cool perk. If you have ever killed someone with ping before, you will notice that what happens, it shows the enemies there. It kind of does like a little UAV blip that kind of shoots out from his body, and it creates like an area where you might be able to see enemies on the radar. That's a really bad explanation, but I kind of hope that you get what I mean. It's quite easy to understand, but my explanation is bad. I'm tired. I apologise. And so the bonus, what we've got is sleight of hand, because again, that's just going to tank you up, make you faster on the reload. Lightweight, or agility, I think it's called in this game, where it will allow you to move faster. Then we've got dead silence, which means you don't make any noise when you move around, which I'm beginning to think is a bit pointless because everyone's running Amplify, so you could switch that out. And then we've got sit rep. Again, that's just my own personal preference. You can see where people are putting their stuff down. So that's about it for this class, and that's about it for this gun. So the gun is great for a number of reasons, because it's got decent accuracy, though you have to be wary over a medium to long range distance, and be aware that the recoil is very heavy if you're fully holding down the trigger. But if you compensate that just through your own aiming and using a silencer, you're going to have a good time. Rapid fire just makes the gun a tank. Not a bad idea to put grip on it. The mobility is decent, and the iron sights are decent. You know, it's got a lot of redeeming features. Couple it with the perks that I've given you, and just be aware of spacing and playing, you know, smart. You're going to have a good time. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. I think that's like 42 to 11. I hope you enjoyed that commentary, and I'll catch you lot tomorrow. Hopefully got a big announcement soon, so look out for that. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Sharing always helps. Peace.